How are you doing, guys? Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, by the grace of Almighty God, we are in good health, mashallah. Alhamdulillah. And I'm fine too. Alhamdulillah. Okay, first we have to make dua, and then we will start our lesson today. Okay, make dua with me. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Kaisa haluki? Excellent. In Arabic? Excellent. Okay. Now first we have to make dua, right? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي رب زدني علما رب زدني علما رب زدني علما آمين ثم آمين. Alhamdulillah, mashallah, you have done a good job, because you have to recite the dua with me, and duas, and I already told you about the duas. Duas are doing very good role in when we are seeking knowledge. So Allah will help us when we start with the dua. But today, before telling you the new letters of the lesson, I just want to tell you about the parts of the throat, right? So because today's letters relate to them. So first I want to tell you the parts of the throat. I just want to I just want to draw a rough figure of throat, right? Then I will tell you easily. Suppose it is our throat, right? And there are 3 parts of our throat. Okay? Yeah. The first part is called the upper part of throat, right? What do we call? Yeah, upper part of the throat. The first part of the throat is called upper part of the throat. Right, the upper part, right? So suppose it is our throat, okay? So the first part, which is very close to our mouth, it is called upper part of the throat. Yeah, or you can say the top part of the throat, and the middle part of the throat. The second part is the middle part of the throat. Right? I'm not good in writing on with IQ. Now you have to bear with me. Okay, the middle part of the throat is middle part of the throat, right? This is the second part of the throat, and the third and the last part is called lower part of the throat, right? It is called lower part of the throat. So now you know about the parts of the throat. There are 3 parts of the throat. This is our throat. Just imagine, I'm not good in drawing, right? Remember this. Our throat is better than that. But it is our throat, right? And these are the parts of our throat. Okay, this is our throat. So how many parts of our throat are? The upper part and the middle part and the lower part. And I have to tell you about the Arabic word of these parts too, because it is your Arabic class. So the upper part of the throat is called Adnal Halaq. Can you say with me? Adnal Halaq. Or I will tell you later. You just listen today, then I will then I will tell you later. But the upper part of the throat in Arabic is called Adnal Halaq, and the middle part of the throat is called wastal halaq, and the lower part of the throat is aqsal halaq. Okay, aqsal halaq. Okay, now I have to tell you the letters. So you can see easily here the letter kha. The first letter is kha. Kha are pronounced from the adnal halaq, the part of the throat. No, I think there's some misprinting here. Okay, I will tell you. Okay, the first letter is kha and ghain, and these letters are pronounced from the adnal halaq. And I told you what is adnal halaq. Adnal halaq, this is the upper part of the throat, which is so close our mouth, right? Which is so close our mouth. So what is adnal halaq? Adnal halaq is which is so close to our mouth, the part of the throat which is so close to our mouth. Adnal halaq. Okay, so, and halaq means the throat, right? In Arabic, halaq called throat, right? So ghain and kha are pronounced from the adnal halaq, or the part of the throat which is so close to our mouth, right? Which is very nearest to our mouth. Okay, and the first, okay, you have to stay with me. The first letter is kha. Stay with me. Kha. 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 And you can see in English too, right? This kha, the spelling of kha is. And the second letter is ghain. 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 Stay with me. Ghain. And these two letters belong to the upper part of the throat, or the adnal halaq. Okay, kha, ghain. It is very close to the makhraj of qaf, and it is just the beginning of the throat, and it is the upper part of the throat, right? Ghain and kha. You have to stretch just like I did, right? Not too much stretch, okay? Kha, ghain, kha, ghain. Yeah, it comes from our throat because these 6 letters belong to our throat, right? So the next letters are, these 2 letters are pronounced from the middle part of the throat. Okay, middle part of the throat, I drew a picture here, right? The rough picture, right? It's not the exact picture of our throat. So these 2 letters are coming from the middle part of the throat. And say with me, and you have to stress the middle part of the throat, right? Ha. Ha. Say with me. Ha. Ha. Ain. Ain. Ha. 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 Ain. 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 Right, good job. So these 2 letters are coming from the middle part of the throat, which is also called the wasal halaq. Sorry, wasatul halaq. Sorry, my writing is going very weird. I think Sister Asra is very good in this, right? She's more practiced. Okay, wasatul halaq. So middle part of the throat is also called wasatul halaq. It's just, I'm just telling you the Arabic name of it. You don't supposed to remember the name in Arabic, but gradually you can understand and you can remember the Arabic word of these parts of the throat, right? Okay, Simran, thank you so much. Okay, the last two letters are Hamza, and you can read here in English too. It will be helpful for you, right? Hamza, 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 Ha, Ha, Hamza, Ha, Hamza, Ha. And now you notice there are two Ha, right? It is the Ha belong to the middle part. It is Ha, right? This Ha is belong to the middle part of the throat, and this Ha it belong to the lower part of the throat, right? Lower part of the throat. I have to tell you the Arabic name of the lower part, right? It's called Aqsal Halaq. Aqsal. Aqsa means far, right? So because this part of the throat is very far from our mouth, so that's why it's called Aqsal Halaq. Aqsal Halaq. Alright, so the letters coming from the lower part of the throat are Hamza, Ha, and you have to make the difference between this Ha and this Ha. Both letters are Ha, but this Ha belongs to the middle part of the throat, and the round Ha is belong to the lower part of the throat, and the difference is you have to make the sound very stressfully, right? This Ha, right? Like Ha, Ha, Ha. And this Ha is very relaxing, and you can pronounce Hamza and Ha in a very relaxing way. Yeah, how you pronounce letter A is just like the Hamza, Ha, Hamza, Ha. It is, these two letters are belong from the bottom part of the throat, right? So I told you today these 6 letters relate to the throat. So, and you need more practice in it, right? And you have to practice in front of a mirror, and you have to check your makharij when you pronouncing Ghain, Ha, Ain, Ha, Hamza, Ha. Okay? Okay guys, I have to leave now, and you have to practice at least 5 to 10 times a day, and you will be more better in it. And then I think in future I will take a test from you guys. Okay, first I have to practice, right? Okay guys, we will meet on Saturday. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay. Did you all have a good weekend after class? That's good, alhamdulillah. Okay, the week started. Yes, alhamdulillah, it was good. I rested. It was good. Okay. Mashallah. You went to Wonderland. Okay. I'm good, alhamdulillah. Okay, so we'll take attendance. Yes, Hamza was already on it. He already knew what I was going to say. We'll take attendance first. And then inshallah we'll continue with our review. Arabic, mashallah, you're learning more and more Arabic. Okay. Inshallah, I'll tell you guys what's going on. What we're going to do today is we're going to continue with lesson 12. we didn't quite finish the lesson itself, and we'll do some exercises. I think I always sound sick through the internet. And I think every single time, it just bad weather outside, so the internet connection got lost. Inshallah, it won't happen again. Okay. So today we're going to finish up lesson 12 and inshallah do exercises and see how much we can get done with lesson 13. Because, as you all know, and I hope you all are studying the vocab and the writing, because after we finish lesson number 13, we'll have our test. But don't worry, because we'll still have a class to take questions after all of this. If you have anything that you're unclear about, we can go over it again. So don't worry, inshallah, just study what you know. Okay. So, lesson 12. So you can all, mashallah, you study, mashallah. I know you already participate so much in class, so I know that most of you already have it down perfect, mashallah. Okay. I hope so. I hope that, it's easy for most of us, and we can get through this quickly. Okay, so we were on the second set of sentences. So inshallah, we'll read it together. You can repeat after me, and we'll see what we learned from the sentence. Al-qalamu jamilun. Al-qalamu jamilun. Al-qalamu. So this is a very easy sentence, 2-word sentence. Al-qalamu. The pen, mashallah. The pen is beautiful. So this lesson is all about al, right? Exactly, the is the important part. Al-qalamu, the pen. The pen. Okay, so how did you know it was the? This whole lesson was about that. Mashallah, Muaz says that al-qalamu is definite. So you knew it was because of this al-qalamu. This al shows definite, right? And when you have something that's definite in English, you're going to say al. Exactly. Al is the definite thing. Al is the thing that makes it definite. Exactly. And qalamun, just qalamun isn't definite, right? Qalamun with the tanween. Tanween is a sign of what? On the other side we'll have tanween. Tanween, a pen. Good. Tanween is the sign of indefinite. Just like al is the sign of definite. Tanween was like just how we've been doing since lesson number 1. We've always had tanween at the end of the word that we're talking about. Okay. That's all clear, because I think we've done this a few times. Al-qalamu jamilun. The pen is beautiful. And again, this word is going to stay normal. Jamilun. Beautiful. Not the beautiful. Just jamilun. Regular jamilun. Okay. Next sentence. Ama'un hadha. Ama'un hadha. You don't have to say the mud. Ama'un hadha. Good. Very simple sentence. It's an al question, right? Ama'un hadha. Just like we've been doing since before. Is this water? Exactly. So ma'un is water. So whenever you need to ask for water, you can say ma'un instead of water. Is this water? And then your answer. Na'am. Hadha ma'un. Na'am. Hadha ma'un. Ma'un. So this is the first kind of ma that we see in the sentences. Na'am hadha ma'un. What kind of word is ma'un? Yes, this is water. What kind of word is ma'un? It's a noun, okay? It's indefinite. Exactly. It's indefinite. How do you say beautiful pen? The beautiful pen. Oh, okay, so inshallah you can review your old things, but it's qalamun jamilan, right? It was in the previous lesson. Okay, so na'am hadha ma'un. Yes, this is water. Yes, we don't say in English, we don't say a water, but it's still indefinite. This is still indefinite. This is still indefinite. Okay, na'am hadha ma'un. And the answer to this is al-ma'u baridun wa nadhifun. Al-ma'u baridun wa nadhifun. Okay, basically what I was saying, if it interrupted, was ma'un is indefinite. That's all we know from the tanween. It's just any kind of water. It's water in general. And so then the next sentence is al-ma'u. Any water, right? Before it was any water. We were just saying, yes, this is water. Al-ma'u baridun wa nadhifun. So now it's exactly, Afnan, you said exactly what I was going to say. Now it's the water. Now I'm thirsty. Definite, right? Even if an al is the water, still indefinite. Okay, Shifa. What is al a sign of? Al is always the sign of definite. Exactly, Shifa. You got it. So it is definite. It's the water. Al-ma'u baridun, cold. Where is the cold? And wa nadhifun, and clean. MashaAllah. So you know that there's different kinds of water. There's the pool water, there's the drinking water, there's the tap water, right? So this one in specific, al-ma'u, the water, the definite water, this specific one, it's a certain thing exactly, is cold and clean. Maybe the pool water was cold, maybe it wasn't so clean, right? It's not clean like we drink. Okay, so al-ma'u baridun wa nadhifun, the water. That's the whole point of this lesson. How do you get to talk about a specific the water? And then the last two sentences. Now this should be very easy, right? We've already done a few examples. Ain al-masjidu? Ain al-masjid? So you have a question. Ain al-masjidu? Al-masjidu. Where is the masjid? So before we couldn't say, ain al-masjid and where is a masjid. You can say that, but we're talking about this one. We're talking about this masjid. We want to talk not just any masjid. Ain al-masjidu? Where is the masjid? And how come it's masjidu with a one dhamma at the end? Al-masjidu. Good, exactly. So it's because masjidu only has one, because it's definite, and you have definite, you already have the al. Al and tanween don't work, so you already have the al, it's definite. You can't have a tanween, so you have to take off one of them. I'll say if you're talking about zamzam, it's zamzam. If you're talking just in general water, you can say water. Water is just more general than zamzam. You can't add tanween exactly, so you have to have one dhamma. And the answer, al-masjidu hunaka. Al-masjidu hunaka. Again, this is what we learned in lesson number 11. The masjid. Good. The masjid is there. So that was the location word. How we answer the aina question, right? Aina we answer with place words. Where it is. Here, there, close, far, right? Al-masjidu hunaka. Huwa kabirun wa jadidun. Huwa kabirun wa jadidun. Very simple sentence, right? Good, exactly. Huwa kabirun wa jadidun. What is huwa? What kind of word is that? Huwa. I'm going to write it is, but we're going to go over why it is, not he is. Good. So hua, as a reminder, hua is a pronoun, right? It replaces a noun. What is it replacing in this sentence? Oh. Here we go. It's a pronoun replacing the masjid, exactly. In this case, it's replacing the masjid. Remember, we have to know what we're talking about. We have to know what we're talking about. It's a damir, it's just a pronoun. So it's al-masjidu huwa kabiran. It is big and jadidan, new. It is big and new. Okay. And then the last sentence. وَأَيْنَ الْبَيْتُ وَأَيْنَ الْبَيْتُ Again, almost the same exact question as the one before. Al-Baytu. And where is the house? Where? And then the house this time. The house. Where is the house? So now we're going to answer Al-Baytu, the house. Very, we know whose house this is, right? We're talking about a house that we have in mind. And when we answer the question, we're going to talk about that specific house. Al-Baytu huna. The house, very, right? Same kind of sentence as before. Exactly, Afnan. So we're going to see the same exact thing happen over here. We have to know what we're replacing. Al-Baytu huna. The house is here. This time it's close, right? It's here, as opposed to hunaka, there. Al-Baytu huna. The house is here, right? It was kind of here and there, almost opposites. And then the next sentence. Okay, Rayan, inshallah you can ask after we finish up this sentence. Huwa saghirun wa qadimun. Huwa saghirun wa qadimun. Okay, so how are we going to translate this? Just like before. Okay, I'm not sure what's happening with the erasing. Inshallah, please don't touch those buttons. Huwa saghirun wa qadimun. Huwa. It is. Same as before. Same as the other it is. But inshallah we can talk about it again. It is. Because huwa is what kind of word? What are we talking about? What are we replacing? We know it's a damir. We know it's a pronoun. So it's replacing something. Damir. That's what huwa is. It replaces male things. Good, so it's a masculine one. As long as it's masculine, you can use it. So it is a very specific one. Okay, Faiza? Huwa, it replaced a male thing, right? It was a masculine pronoun, right? So in this case, you're replacing al-bayt. Is al-bayt masculine? Yes, exactly. So it depends. As long as it's male, it works. In the previous lessons, we've only used, for he, or it, as long as it's male. For it, you have to make sure it's male. Yes, Amma, exactly. So the same goes for hiya. Same goes for a female pronoun. How come before it was hiya and now it's huwa? Okay, please don't touch this scroll bar because it makes it very hard to understand. Okay, here we go. Huwa before. This is huwa. Huwa, we've always had huwa is the damir. I'm going to write it again. Please don't press anything. Huwa is a damir. It's a pronoun. It replaces something, right? If we want, we can have it replace what kind of word? What kind of word does it always replace? Exactly, male words, right? Huwa is only for male things, right? And so, you can replace any kind of word that's male. That's the requirement. We translate it as, he, right? you can translate it as it, but you have to make sure that what you're talking about is male. Al-Baytu, is that a male word? It doesn't matter what you're talking about. Al-Baytu? Oh, okay. Yes, exactly, Jaza. That's what we see in this sentence right here. Al-Baytu is male, right? It doesn't have a ta marbut at the end. It doesn't have one of the round tas. So it's male. Okay, please don't scroll. Here we go. Okay, Al-Baytu is male. So we can use huwa. If we want to say, if we don't want to talk about the house is big, the house is small, the house is here, the house, we don't want to keep repeating it, we have to use a pronoun. And the pronoun we're going to use is huwa. Yes, exactly. So it's in the book. Inshallah, you can read the sentence. And huwa is there. So you can use huwa for things as long as it's male. And same thing goes for hiya. Hiya you can use as long as it's female. So huwa saghirun wa qadimun. It is small and old. For the pronoun ana, why do we pronounce it short when there's a mother asli in it? Okay, Tamur, this is the tajweed rule, right? It's just the tajweed rule that we always say. It's one of the exceptions in Arabic. That has to do with tajweed. It's just something that happens, an exception in Arabic. Okay. So, first exercise is, what do we do in the first exercise? You see, this little equation. For the ones, I know some of you must prefer math, right? Some of you guys like math more. In school, you like it, it makes more sense. And so now we see some of you are like, no. Some of you are like, I like languages better. And so either one you're going to benefit. Either you're going to like the language Arabic better, or you're going to like the math better. So you see the equation al plus baytun makes al-baytu. Yes, you add both words. You add al to a bayt, and you make al-baytu. So what are you doing to the bayt? What are you doing to the baytun? You're adding an al, and you take off the dhamma, exactly. So add an al, add the al, take off dhamma. Take off the, here we go. Take off dhamma. So those are like the two steps that we did. Take off dhamma. And then what you were doing is you made it definite, exactly. Take off the dhamma. I'll just write a dhamma, right, because it's fast. You made it definite. So before baytun was indefinite. And then you made it al-baytu. You made it definite. So you just changed it from going definite to indefinite. That's all it was. With these steps. So we're going to practice that. Inshallah, you can say it aloud. Say the before, say the after. Say the indefinite, and say the definite. Inshallah, we'll do it very quickly with all of them. Masjidun. Masjidun. So how do we change this to make a definite word? Exactly, so you can't have both the tanween and dhamma. So masjidun is indefinite. And then al-masjidu, good, mashallah. Masjidun al-masjidu. Masjidun al-masjidu. Masjidu. Okay, second one. Masjidun to al-masjidu. A masjid to the masjid, exactly. Qalamun. Qalamun to al-qalamu, exactly. Qalamun to al-qalamu. A pen to the pen. Al-qalamu, the pen. Next one, very easy one, right? We always use this example. Kitabun to al-kitabu. Good. So kitabun al-kitabu. A book, the book, exactly. Akun Akhun to al-akhu. Good. Al-akhu. Okay. Akhun to al-akhu. A brother to the brother. Bintun to al-bintu. Good. So the more you say it, the easier it will get to remember that you only need one dhamma. Right? The easier it becomes, right? Bintun al-bintu. Bintun al-bintu. A daughter, the daughter. And then the last one. Ma'un to al-ma'u. Good. Ma'un al-ma'u. Ma'un al-ma'u. Right? Very easy. Now it's very easy. So if I gave you something like himarun, first tell me what himarun means and then tell me how to make it definite. Himarun to, good, mashallah. Somebody's been practicing vocab, right? All this old vocab. Himarun, donkey, to al-himaru. Good, mashallah. I'm looking to see who practiced their vocab. How about Najmun? Najmun to a donkey to the donkey. Himarun to al-himaru. And then Najmun, a star, good, mashallah. A star to al-najmu. Good. Najmun al-najmu. The star. Okay, mashallah. Should I give you one more? And then inshallah we can take a break. One more. Okay. How about kursiyun? Kursiyun. This one isn't that hard. I'll try to think of one hard one. Kursiyun. Good. A chair to al-kursiyu. The chair. Okay, a hard one. Let's think. What are some of the words? How about I give you something like a cat? Now make a cat definite. Tell me what it is in Arabic and then tell me what it turns into to make it definite. A cat. Like an a kitten. Oh yes, the heart and dog, those are good vocab words too. So change from fitun to al-fitu. Good, mashallah. Right. Fitun to al-fitu. Same exact word, so make sure you keep the word exactly the same. You just add an al and take off one of the dhammas. Otherwise it's same. It's the same exact thing. Okay. Inshallah, I'll give you your... Do you have any questions, first of all? Any questions at all? Mashallah. Okay, no questions. If you think of a question, inshallah, write it down. I know somebody had a question. They said it was off topic. I don't think they ever asked. I can't remember who it was. Oh, Rayan, it was you, wasn't it? Okay, good. Okay. If you do, inshallah, though, you can always ask. Okay, I'll give you guys a break until 7:45. Inshallah, you can come back then, take a rest, drink some ma'un, and then, inshallah, come back and we'll finish up the lesson and the exercises. The test will probably be, we still have to finish lesson 13, and we still have to do, if you guys have any questions. So, maybe next week, a week and a half maybe, but please do keep on practicing, keep on studying. So I won't take up any more break. 7:45, inshallah, you can come back. But inshallah, next time we can move on to lesson 13. Okay, alhamdulillah, I hope that we had a good break. Okay, so inshallah we finished the exercise before, and all we did was add an al. We found out there's 2 steps. So who wants to tell me what the 2 steps were? I already scrolled down so you can't see them. You did what? Exactly. So we had to, one step was we had to make sure that the tanween changed. We had to make sure we took off one of the dhammas. So it's not a tanween anymore. So take the dhamma away. Oh, sorry, take one of the dhammas away. So take off the tanween and put just one dhamma. And put the al. Make sure you have the al. So those were the two steps. Al and dhamma. Al and take care of the tanween. That was it. Because those are the two signs of a definite word, right? Those are the two signs. You have a al, you have a dhamma. The signs of the indefinite word are the tanween. So those are the two things. You know, you have this and you have this. And for indefinite, you just have this. Okay. So the next exercise, same idea, right? MashaAllah, everyone did a good job with that one, right? Everyone gets a star. Same idea with this one. And this time it's like the opposite. Now you're given a definite word. You're given the definite. And you have to change it to go back to indefinite. Definite to indefinite. So you're doing the opposite. Now you have to take away the al and put a dhamma. You're doing the exact opposite. It's just like, you know, when you're going somewhere and you get directions, and when you want to go back home, you have to do the opposite, right? You have to undo everything. So exactly like that, that's exactly what we're going to do here. And for the math people, it's exactly what you do in algebra too, right? So it's very, very easy. Inshallah, the test is going to be after we finish reviewing, so don't worry about it. Just inshallah, study what we do in that class. Like, so tonight, study, you know, lesson 12, finish some more vocab, all that stuff. Inshallah you will, and you'll realize, oh, it's exactly the same as Arabic, and you'll get a head start on it. Okay, so al-kitabu. We'll do it, we'll do all of them. Al-kitabu changes back, you have to undo everything, to kitabun, exactly, kitabun. So al-kitabu, kitabun. So you just undid everything. Now it's like the original word that we always used to see. Next word, al-ummu. The next word, please don't scroll. Al-ummu changes to ummun, exactly. Same thing, right? Ummun. Okay. Al-ummu to ummun. The mother to a mother, exactly. Al-abu. Al-abu. The father. Changes to a father. Just like abun. Oh, the dots are there. I think sometimes it doesn't show up. I'm not sure why. So al-abu changes to abun. The to a, right? All of these are like the to a in English. Al-ma'u changes to ma'un, exactly. Al-ma'u, ma'un. Ma'un, al-ma'u, right? So if you say these a couple times, inshallah, it'll be 100% clear. Al-ma'u, ma'un. Al-ukhtu. Al-ukhtu changes to ukhtun. Exactly, ukhtun. Ukhtun. There we go. So the sister to a sister. Okay, please don't scroll. And then the last one, al-qalamu. Take off the al and add a dhamma, changes to qalamun. the pen to a pen. Okay, so this should be drilled in, right? There should be no problem with this anymore. Changing from definite to indefinite, indefinite to definite, the to a, qalamun to al-qalamu, and doing the opposite. So this is very easy. The next exercise, we'll just do the first four. The first four, just so you get the idea, right? And inshallah, read it aloud. And this is one of the exercises you could write as well. So write them in with all the haraka. Okay, so the first one, the first two words right here, they're kind of a pair, they go together. This one goes together, this one goes together, and then they're all scattered. So how do you say these two? With all of the haraka. So make sure you have the end as well. Sometimes in Arabic, you know, we don't say like last haraka, we just stop at it, but it's still very, very important. Good, so Zahra knows exactly what's going to be on the first one. How do we say it? It's a meme, alif, and just a hamza. There's nothing else. There's no alif lam. Ma'un. Exactly, ma'un. Ma'un. There we go. So there is a tanween on this. How did you know there was going to be a tanween on this one? Ma'un. How did you know? Because good, mashallah, that was the exact reason. There's no al. Either the word is going to be indefinite or it's going to be definite. Those are the only two we can have. Indefinite and definite. And then exactly the next one, since ma'un was the indefinite. Good, Simran, it was the indefinite one, ma'un. It changes to, well, now it's a different word. Now it's slightly different. Now it's al, now you've added the al exactly. So now how is it going to sound at the very end? Ma'un and al-ma'u. Exactly, al-ma'u. Just one of them. Because of what? How are you able to tell that this is going to be the one with only one dhamma? Because of the al, exactly. So once it has the al, it can't have the tanween. The al one, and it has one dhamma, exactly. So the next pair of words, same exact idea. Qala. The first one is just qala. Exactly, qalamun, a pen. This one is the indefinite one. Qalamun, a pen. Because there's no al, right? It's just the regular one, qalamun. But now the second one has an al. So how is this one going to sound? How is the second one going to sound? A pen. Exactly, a. Now it's al-qalamu, exactly, al-qalamu. Now it's going to be the pen. Exactly, the pen. And you were able to tell because you know that once it has the al, it can't have the tanween. Qalamu. Once it has the al, it can't have the tanween. It can't have both at the same time. You can't be greedy. Okay. The next exercise, now you have to make up sentences. Now you have to make a sentence to give you the words to use. So inshallah we'll do a few of these. We'll do maybe 2 of these. Because they're mostly all the same, right? You have to talk about something. You have to point something out. And then you have to describe it a little bit. And when you describe things, you want to go specific. Exactly. So this time you're going to see how you use definite and how you use indefinite. Oh, you saw how the example, they give you a word. They give you a word to describe. Hada, whatever the word they describe. So you want to point it out. You want to point out, you know, this is something. And then you want to describe it. And they tell you how it is. They tell you the news about it. Yes, you could even use huwa and hiya with this. Inshallah, in this exercise, we're going to practice the al, so we're going to use al instead. Okay, the second sentence we'll do. We'll do the second one. and then we'll do the fourth one. So the second one they give you bintun. You want to talk about bintun. How do we point out bintun? Remember all of the old rules. You have to remember the female rules, you have to remember the female pointing rules, you have to remember all of these old rules. So you're given bintun. So good, mashallah. There's two pointing words we can use. So I see both of them already, mashallah. The first two were, I already saw both of them. Good, so there's, either we can use Hadi, which is the first one, or we can use, what other pointing word can we use? Tilka. Yes, Zahra, you were right the first time, tilka. The pointing word is hada, hadi, tilka, dhalika, those ones. This and that, when you're pointing to something. So inshallah we can use hadi. Yes, inshallah we'll use tilka. We'll use hadihi later. So tilka. That is tilka. Are we going to use bint? So how do we say this? Bint what? Tilka, bint. Think about it. How are you going to say this? Tilka, bint. Are you going to say tun or tu? Tilka, bint, tun. Exactly. Tilka, bint, tun. Yes, it's fine if you're hadihi. Because hadihi also works. Tilka bintun, this is a daughter. It's still indefinite. You can say this is the daughter, but Zahra, the way that they want you to say it is you want to say it indefinite first. It would make sense if you wrote al-bintu, but they want you to say general first. Tilka bintun, this is any kind of daughter, and then you want to describe it. So when we describe something, how do we do it? We want to get very specific. Now we just want to talk about the specific daughter in front of us, right? We want to tell her that she's saghiratun. So we pointed her out. That is a daughter. Tilka bintun. Now we want to describe her. How do we talk about her? This time we're not going to use the same thing because we're talking about very, very specific. Oh, okay. Yes. Tilka bintun, that is a daughter. How do we describe her? She's small. And the way we say the sentence, now we want to get specific, so we use al. Whenever we want to talk about something specifically, whenever we want to describe something specifically, we have to use al. Al-bintu. Yes, the al-bintu, the daughter. And then, you just put it on, right? Saghiratun is small. You don't have to change the saghiratun. The only thing you have to remember is that when you want to make a sentence, talking specifically about it, you have to say al-bintu. Al-bintu saghiratun. Al-bintu saghiratun. Okay, does this make sense? Tilka bintun, that is, I keep on saying this is, Tilka bintun, that is a daughter. And then al-bintu saghiratun, their daughter is small. Al is the specific though, exactly. And then as usual we have to remember saghiratun, female. Oh yes, that is a daughter, their daughter is small. Okay, inshallah we'll do one more, we'll do number 4, and then we can close up, we can finish. Okay, so now we have ummun. Now we want to talk about ummun. We just want to say ummun in general. Class ends in a few minutes, okay? if you're ever wondering about when class ends, please look at the email. So this time we're talking about ummun. We want to point her out. So the two pointing words we can use are tilka. Good, I see lots of tilkas. And I see, what's one more that we can use? Tilka and hadihi, exactly. Tilka and hadihi. Why those two? Why not hada? Why not hada? Because it's female, exactly. So we have to remember all those rules. We have to use the female pointing words. So hada and dhalika. Hada and dhalika don't work. So you have to use hadihi and tilka. Inshallah we'll use hadihi. Hadihi. So hadihi ummun. Good. So all of you got it this time. Hadihi ummun. This is a mother. This is a mother. Okay. Hadihi ummun, this is a mother. And then how do we talk about her in specific? Now we want to talk about her in very specific ways. We want to describe her. So we do hadihi ummun, and then good, we have to add the al exactly. So this time we have to add the al. The mom, exactly. So we want to say the mom is beautiful. So we do that with the al. Al-ummu. And now this time what does it mean? Al-ummu. Al-ummu, make sure you don't have the tanween at the end of this. Because it's ummu, so it's the mom. You have to have al. No tanween. Al-ummu jamilatun. So the mom now. Now it's the mom. No. Inshallah we're going to conclude right after this. Al-ummu jamilatun. Now it's specific. Now it's the mom is beautiful. Okay. So does this make sense? First we go general. This is a mom. Then it's the mom. Exactly. Jamilatun is going to be female. So we have to remember those old rules as well. Good. Okay. So, quick question. Which one was indefinite? Ummun or al-ummu? Which one was indefinite in this sentence? Good. I see all the right answers, mashallah. Ummun. Ummun this time, right? Ummun is going to be the indefinite one. Indefinite meaning unspecific. A mom. And then the definite one. Which one is the definite one? Definite one means the mom, exactly. So the mom or al-ummu. Okay, the homework, inshallah I'll let you guys go right now because we're running a little bit over. Homework is to practice the vocab, practice the writing, and then just review. Review anything that is unclear. How many of you made flashcards? Did any of you write something down over the past week? Rewrote something, made flashcards to practice the vocab, run over the vocab? Yes? MashaAllah. Those people, the people, if you haven't already studied, start studying now. Those people, the ones that have already studied, they're going to do very, very well. Yes, mashallah. So if you've done it on a notebook, mashallah, that's excellent. So if you haven't started, inshallah, start this week. Start before Saturday. may you write down the previous exercise, exercise number 3. And inshallah, that way you'll get lots and lots of practice. Okay. Inshallah, say the dua and then you guys can go. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد. Okay, yes, we will have class this Saturday. So please come on time to your groups, check your emails, and inshallah I'll see you all on Saturday. So subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Inshallah I'll see you all on Saturday.